to get to some stuff that's a little sometimes more interesting because it's more exotic, like mimicry. Okay, so mimicry is when mimics another animal to avoid predators. All right. Oh, one that I didn't list, a survival strategy might be poison, right? That kind of thing. Well, the poison arrow dart frog is extremely poisonous, and any animal that gets a mouthful of that might die, or they might just get its main neurotoxin and spit it out without getting the dosage it takes to kill it. Well, it's gonna have that yellow color, so don't eat me. Well, it might be another kind of frog, the mantella frog, resembles the poison arrow dart frog, but it's not poisonous at all. But it mimics the warning coloration of the poison arrow dart frog. And so by copycatting, they can help it survive, all right? And so that might be one strategy, mimicry. Okay, here's another example, which might be considered also a type of camouflage, but a leaf mimic insect. Some of them mimic the shape of the leaves. This is a bug. This is an insect, right? And here's the antenna. Can you see the antenna? And the front legs, 6 legs. It's like a kind of cricket. You can see the cricket leg there. But its head, but its back, its carapace, it's called, has over many generations become more and more leaf-like. How that works and how it got that way is because the ones that most resembled a leaf wouldn't be eaten by a bird or something like that, right? And so the ones that don't resemble leaves tend to get eaten first, and the ones that do get eaten last, or maybe they survive to pass that gene to the next generation. And over time, each generation becomes more and more leaf-like because that's a survival strategy that helps it not get eaten so it can pass its genes to the next generation. By the way, what I'm saying here is a preview for what we're going to be doing next. The most important concept in biology, besides maybe photosynthesis and cell structure. Okay, so anyway, a leaf mimic insect. It resembles the leaf. Mimicry. Okay, here's another example where you have this one here is the monarch butterfly. You might have heard of. They're amazing. They have these migratory patterns. They go thousands of miles. It's very cool. Anyway, they're also poisonous. They're toxic. And birds, man, you eat a monarch and I'm in a monarch. I mean, of course, it's a bird, they peek and stuff. Well, anyway, they learn pretty fast. Don't eat that. Well, here's a different kind of butterfly that is not poisonous, but it looks like a monarch. It mimics the monarch, okay? And so here's an interesting thing. A moth, it's called, or a butterfly, it's an owl butterfly, and it mimics the eye of potential predators to scare off an attacking individual. So something might be coming in to eat it, and it's like, oh, what's that? Oh, and it thinks it's an eyeball there, and, scare it off. Now, mimicry is a kind of defense against being eaten. It's also sometimes used for by predators, right? This is a alligator snapping turtle, and it's what's called an ambush predator. You sit at the bottom of the water and just sit there, its mouth open. But what's going on here? See, that's its tongue, right? Here's that. And it wiggles its tongue around, mimicking a worm. So it doesn't chase down the fish. It's way too slow to chase down a fish. Fish are way faster. But it wiggles its tongue so the fish will come right into its mouth. And then it got it. Okay? So that's a form of both camouflage and mimicry, using a technique. It's called an ambush predator. Okay, so that's mimicry. Now this here, I just mentioned camouflage. The camouflage is a real good example of a way things will be adapted to survive and have a particular kind of strategy to help it survive. Camouflage. Camouflage. This is one of the most common words people misspell for obvious reasons. Camouflage. It's French. Camouflage. Okay, so the color and texture to blend in with the surroundings and avoid predators, okay? So this is a kind of a gecko, It basically fits in its coloration. Camouflage. Can you see what kind of animal this is? It's a frog, right? And it kind of buries itself in the sand. Camouflage. Okay, these parrots blend in that green coloration. And camouflage. This is a chameleon. And the chameleon, of course, is amazing because it can change its color to match its surroundings, right? And so it's used both as a type of defense to keep from getting eaten by a predator, but it also uses that as a predator to be able to slowly sneak up on its prey animal. And then it can shoot its tongue out and grab the bug, right? And so the camouflage helps its prey from seeing it too. So camouflage can be used both as predator or as prey to survive, okay? Survival strategy. We're going to talk more about camouflage later. Okay, so there's camouflage. Now here's one that kind of came up. Maybe I should have put this slide first. It's called warning coloration. It came up with mimicry, where the poison arrow dart frog is bright yellow and stuff, and the same with the monarch butterfly, the bright orange. It warns, I'm poisonous. Well, warning coloration is a color that warns predators that they're poisonous, right? Here, a hornet, the yellow and black is often used in nature as a warning color. In fact, we use it like a yield sign. Humans use yellow and black as warning colors too. Here's another poison arrow dart frog. There's a lot of different types. That bright orange warns predators, don't eat me. Whereas some things try to blend in the surroundings, this one announces, I'm here and you don't want to eat me. And others might even copy that warning coloration. Nature is a wonderful place. Okay, so here we got another example of both of those. The warning coloration. Do you know what kind of snake this is? It doesn't have long fangs, so it isn't like as dangerous. You're a lot less likely to get bit by this than you would, say, a rattlesnake. Rattlesnakes don't only have warning coloration, they have warning rattle, right? This guy doesn't have a rattle. It's called the coral snake. And so the coral snake has a very strong poison, but it's kind of hard to penetrate the skin of like a human. So people don't get bit unless they get bit like on a finger or in the flap there, somewhere where it can actually put its mouth around it and inject poison. Uses it mostly to hunt. But this one here is a mimic. It's called a milk snake, and it mimics the coral snake, the coloration. And there's like an old, the cowboys had a kind of a rhyme to remember. Wait, is this a deadly poison coral snake or is this just a harmless milk snake? And it goes like this. If red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow. Red touches black, you're all right, Jack. Okay, so anyway, that's, warning coloration and mimicry and a little Western cowboy history. Okay, now speaking of camouflage, I'm going to show a video here that is an amazing example of camouflage. The octopus is just incredible. So check out this video. It's pretty darn cool.
If you're an octopus or a cephalopod, you need to really understand how to use your surroundings to hide. In the next scene, you're going to see a nice coral bottom. And you see that an octopus would stand out very easily there if you couldn't use your camouflage, use your skin to change color and texture. Here's some algae in the foreground and an octopus. Isn't that amazing? Now Roger spooked him, so he took off, a cloud of ink, lands, and when he lands, the octopus says, "Look, I've been seen, best thing to do is get as big as I can get." That big brown makes his eye spot very big. So he's bluffing. Let's do it backwards. I thought he was joking when he first showed it to me. I thought it was all graphics. So here it is in reverse. Watch the skin color. Watch the skin texture. Just an amazing animal. Can change color and texture to match the surroundings. Watch him blend right into this algae. 1, 2, 3. And now he's gone, and so am I. Thank you very much.